Hey, so today I wanted to show off what I've been working on in the past 5 months, sort of vlog it on my channel. The RPG game, heavily inspired by Skyrim. It's like, wow, where you get to play with your friends. There's a heavy customization system. There's going to be multiple islands and a sailing system where you can travel between the islands. Now, as you've seen earlier there's multiple races. There's going to be six. And each race is going to have their own starting spot, 4 islands, and they're going to be divvied up between these islands. And if you wanted to see your friend, for example, that was a different race and you're playing multiplayer, you would have to therefore travel to their islands by getting a boat and sailing. Sailing will have its dangers as well. So as you can see the sea creature down there, you'd have to fight things like that on your way if you get unlucky. They're not going to be that common. We have cities with guards, bounty system, shops, a well. There's going to be dungeons where you would need a team to explore, like a healer, a damager, and a guy that attracts all the attention. You can make your own weapons, medicine, potions. You can level up. The perk system is very similar to Skyrim. I made it that way because it's more versatile as opposed to the other games where the level system is very linear. This one you can kind of be who you wanted to be, so I didn't want to take that away. Um, you can steal. There's sneaking. Uh, these features aren't polished, so a lot of the stuff that you're seeing here as I show them off are very rigid and jagged, and they will be polished out later on. I'm kind of just trying to get the gameplay going, just so I can get a feel for the game itself. Because merging genres and merging games kind of risky, and I want to make sure that if I'm gonna dedicate my time to this project, that it's going to be worth it in the long run. Something that I would enjoy playing myself, and hopefully some of you would enjoy playing yourself. The water physics are a little bit janky, as you saw the boat flipping around back there, and we do have a treasure chest system. For example, in the multiplayer game, and this already works in the multiplayer game, is that each person would get their own loot. It's not shared loot. Therefore, if in case you come across somebody greedy, if you go on a public server, for example, they can't steal your loot. You would have your own. You can trade, you can drop loot, and the other players can see it, pick it up, and you can also have quests. So there's going to be some cringy voice acting.
Hey there, traveler. I was attacked by these bandits a few days ago and I left nothing but my underwear. Found this sword while. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Let's
I'm
go
going to
teach
redo
these
those
guys a
acting too.
lesson.
There's just placeholders, just like everything else, just sort of get the game running. But you do have a quest system that does track with the compass up there. We have I have implemented a mining system too, so you can actually, if you really wanted to, make all your weapons and all your armors from scratch just by collecting raw resources, and you can enchant them as well if you wanted. There isn't much. I only have a fire enchantment so far. It's still got a lot more to add in that regard. The picking system is different in itself too. There's going to be a hacking system with it too, in case you find buildings that are more older, because this does take place in the future. Um, and you're just gonna match it up with the green, and it gets harder based on the level. This is how you get magic. So magic, you have to search for magic. You have to hunt for magic. You don't just start off with magic. You got to go dungeon diving and find those crystals to be able to cast spells. And this is our sailing system, so it kind of works. The animations again aren't synced up, but the boat's moving, and that's all that matters right now. You can sail it off in the ocean, and it is connected to the rest of the world. I would sail off, but I haven't fully tested this boat out yet. But it does connect to the other islands. Like you can genuinely go and sail to the other islands right now, although they're not done. They're just a bunch of blank terrain. And I do have a unique feature where it detects if water is underneath you, and it'll do a dive down to the ocean. So the rest of this has to be done in the editor because things like the boat, they don't have any connections that could be done in build mode quite yet. And you can kill any NPC you want. Um, I don't have it yet that if somebody can rat on you and you get called by the guards, for example, you can sneak up and punch somebody. It does extra damage if you were to do that. I am gonna make it permanent death too. So like if you do kill this guy, for example, you cannot fight him or you cannot help him. You can't change your mind. He's what's done is done. You can also resurrect their bodies, but not as you think. You would resurrect an actual skeleton minion to fight for you. So we just open up the skill that I unlocked earlier, and we just shoot it on him. And yeah, this is kind of all I wanted to show for now. There is more that I've added to it. There are more features, but I was going to save that for later on when I get them a little more polished. The game is starting to come together a little bit, although it's only been 5 months. I still got some more gameplay and core features like combat and some other little things.